don't be in a big hurry to run and fix it. And the reason I say this is sometimes things that look awkward or unusual when you're in process inking, once you're finished, will be a cohesive part of the piece. If you just stop your workflow and go get the white out and start, go into repair mode, not only are you going to lose time, but you might be doing unnecessary work. And the other thing you got to understand is a lot of time, cool inking effects start out as horrible mistakes. So don't be shy about turning a mistake into a cool new technique. And that's the other advantage of inking over a nice clean blue line copy, is you don't ever have to have any fear of damaging the original artwork. Worst case scenario, if a pen were to explode or I were to just, horribly decimate this piece with bad inking, I could just print out another one. And I really kind of like that peace of mind. Looks like I'm actually starting to make a little progress on this piece. Now, I tend not to use a lot of curves and rulers and things like that when I ink. Mostly just because I like to keep things fairly organic. And you can get a very mechanical look to things rapidly if you're not careful. Using guides. Some things, though, I absolutely have to use them because I just don't have that steady of a hand. Now it looks like I have most of the webbing done. actually going to outline my shapes first to make this drawing just a bit cleaner. And the reason I'm outlining my blacks first is my hand's a bit steadier with this tool than it would be with a brush. And when I'm filling in blacks, I really like to go one section at a time. So I'm going to work in Spider-Man's sides and ribs and the areas that I've outlined before I take on another section. Sometimes it's helpful just to be able to do that so you get a section done and you can stand back and kind of eyeball it and gauge what direction your drawing happens to be going. Because till that drawing is done, you're just never really going to have any idea what your final product's going to be. I've had some drawings before that I did some really good technical work on. I thought the inks were just flowing really nice, things were looking good, and then it was one of those situations where you get done and stand back and look at it and it isn't so good. So now I tend to work in sections when I'm finishing up a drawing. Okay, now I'm going to go back in and get some more of these nice fluid lines that Randy's known for. And to any other inkers out there, or even folks learning to ink, I would definitely recommend trying out a few of Randy's pieces. Whether you're advanced or a beginner, just for the reason that he uses a lot of very expressive line weight, does very clean pencil work. It's like penciling 101. It's very, very professional, very inkable. It's definitely the kind of stuff you want to start out on. It's going to give you a lot of chance to shine as an inker, and he doesn't overcrowd his work. That's my job. He basically puts in the detail that's necessary and lets the drawing stand on its own, which is cool. I mean, if you're the kind of inker who likes to add a lot of expression to the piece, which I am, because it gives me an opportunity to come in and put my touches on the work. I think that goes back to the whole inker versus tracer debate. Personally, I like to see myself when I am inking as definitely a inker, or even I kind of like the term finisher in the old Marvel sense. I like to look at it as though the drawing is only part way there, and really uses an extra set of eyes to get where it's going. I think that's where the inker works best. And tying into that idea, I really think that an inker should have